thank you for coming to Brown Bag Lunch. We don't have any cards going around today, so we don't have anybody to sing happy birthday to. And we don't have very many announcements either. Only thing I would just like to say is, and then I can bring the numbers down with me, but the garage sale was so successful. And so once again, I want to thank everybody that helped with that. And Mary Cregan and Nancy Johnson were the chairman, Pat Jetwork, so everybody worked so hard. It was wonderful. And I think when it's all said and done, we will have made about $4,500, which is very impressive, right? So thank you to everybody that helped with that. I just have one little announcement. I have in my hot little hand $70 worth of new ink. It is for a Canon printer. 240 XL is the black and 241 XL is the color. Anybody who wants it, please, just let me know if you have such a Canon printer at your house, or if you know anyone who does.
My old one was 245.
Okay, so I am delighted that our guest of honor is here today. My good friend Marie Rossmann, and yours I know too. She is the Relay for Life lady around here, and we have a few other people involved, right?
Yes, a lot of other people involved. It can't happen without them.
That's right, that's right. So I told Marie that because this is Brown Bag Lunch and we do history, she had to talk a little bit about the history. And Kathy Bailey was here back in the day, and
Yes.
she said, okay, I can help with that.
Yes, Kathy was on one of the committees at the very beginning.
All right, so
Yes.
I'm going to turn the time over to Marie, and she's going to tell us about Relay for Life. Thank you.
Well, great. I'm going to move my pictures to the other end now. These are the posters that were made from 1997 to 2014, I think it is. 13. And someplace in my house, there's scrapbooks for the rest of the stuff, but I have no idea where it's at and what it's doing.
I can be a poster holder.
If you wish, or if you ask for a sign. Okay, so Relay for Life is a global event. It is not just here in Iowa or Jackson County. It started in 1985 by a doctor named Gordy Klatt in Tacoma, Washington. He ran or walked for 24 hours. So when relays started, they were all run on a 24-hour basis. And he wanted to raise money for cancer research as a doctor. He raised a grand total of $27 that year. But it has grown throughout, and I don't have a nationwide one to do it, but we're over 50,000 or more here just in Jackson County. Yep, I'll have to do that. It's one world, one hope. Let me move the mouse out of the way so you don't have to do that. So there are right now 25,000 locations. Can everybody hear me without using the mic? Because I'm a loud person. My teacher voice. In 2022. 1995, it became a global event. That means it's on all 35 countries, 6 continents. So they have them in Australia, in Europe, lots of different places. And the goal is to raise cancer awareness. People will ask me, does the money raised stay in Jackson County? Technically, no. But the money raised is used by Jackson County residents. A lot of the money does go to cancer research, and that's done at the University of Iowa. The American Cancer Society has an 800 number you can call for questions, help, want to know, hey, I've been diagnosed, what's going on? What do I need to do? The other thing is Hope Lodge, and there are Hope Lodges around the world. There was one in Iowa City, and there's one in at Mayo that I know of for sure, and others. And what that place is for is like a Ronald McDonald House, except it never charges you. At Hope Lodge, and it's by Carver Arena, if anybody goes out there, Hope Lodge is for patients and one caregiver to be able to stay the entire time that they are receiving treatments. And I've had several friends stay. So we do have people from Jackson County that have used that, and that's like about $75 a night for people of the cost to the Cancer Society, not to the patient. They also shuttle them back and forth to the hospital, so they don't have to get their own cars out and drive. Many organizations bring meals into there, so it's one of the places that our money does go to. Jackson County Relay for Life started in 1977, and there are pictures on these postcards from 1997. He asked me if I wanted a diesel, and I said no, I shouldn't have. Lori Fye and Judy Moore. Many of you probably know those people. They were the co-chairs. Lori told me the other day she had gone to a relay in Wisconsin and wanted to be able to start one here in Maquoketa. So her and Judy got together and worked on it, and with their committee members. That year they had 200 walkers and 18 teams. I'd die to have 18 teams right now.
Can we
They'll
pass
do
this
it.
around?
Huh?
Can I pass this
Yep, you can
around?
pass it around, yep.
All right.
The goal that year was $5,000, and they raised $13,362. They had it at the Maquoketa High School on the track, and they sold 400 luminaries. Luminaries are the bags that go around the track, you'll see in the pictures, that make the track, and they are dedicated to people in honor or in memory of them, people that have been affected by cancer. And to me, when we talk about survivors, anybody that has heard the word, "you have cancer," is a survivor. I don't care if you went through treatments, didn't have to go through treatments, you've survived those words, so you are a survivor. In 1998, we had 29 teams. That was my first relay as a participant. The year before, I went to relay, and I had bought a bag that year in my mom's honor. And I wanted to go and light that bag in 1997. Well, I got there because I left a wedding reception, so I wasn't really there real early, but it was before 9 o'clock when they were going to light the bags. Came up over the hill to the track, and all the bags were lit. So I was very disappointed, but decided I would participate and go back the next year. Some committee members that year that joined Lori were Karen Wells, Lois Hayes, Verna Flegel. Kathy, were you on that one too? Yep. Were you on the very first one? Yeah. Good. Great. That wasn't all in my article. That year they raised $21,800 and 560 luminaries. 1999 was my first year on the committee, and I got put in charge of luminaries, and people over the last how many years have been very angry with me because I'll say we're lighting the bags at this time, and I will not let anybody light them before that. Because if you made the bag, you made the effort to be there, it's in your honor, your loved one's honor, you need to be able to be the one to light that bag. So 1998, when they did it, it was the first time they got rained out. They waited until 10:30. KCRG, we watched that all night long, and it came across, and KCRG called them and said, take it down. Because we were outside, nowhere to go inside. In 2000, they raised, there's your 2000 poster. We raised over $42,000, and we had 1,800 luminaries. During that night, then Kevin Rockwell read the names for us, and we had over 900 names. So some of the luminaries have 2 people have done them, whatever. It rained that year right up until 4:30, and we were starting at 5 o'clock. So we were in the bus barn doing all kinds of things, getting our bags ready. 5 o'clock when it quit, we ran outside, put all the bags up, and it turned out to be a beautiful evening for that. Year number five, we moved to the Jackson County Fairgrounds. The reason was the high school redid the track that year, so we couldn't use the track at the high school. And it also made it more Jackson County by being at the fairgrounds, because it is. It's for Preston, it's Miles, Sebula, Maquoketa, Baldwin, Monmouth, Andrew, Bellevue, to do that. So one of our reasons for going to the fairgrounds and staying at the fairgrounds was we had a big spot outside for the track, but we also had a spot that we could go inside if we needed to. to look at that. So, and that year, one of our fundraisers, Lori 5, got a pie in the face because we raised some money for that, to do that. And this shows some of the teams. This is the way we made the track, all with our luminary bags, so that people could walk inside of it.
We're gonna sign and I'll find it.
Okay, that's perfect, and people can watch, look at them afterwards.
Okay,
That's much easier than passing them around.
okay.
2002, one of the events at Relay was the celebration bus. It was traveling across the state and across the country to get to Washington, D.C. American Cancer Society does have, it's called ACS CAN, where you can donate to political things and to help raise money to be able to get to the legislatures and say, hey, we need money for cancer research. We need money for different things that we're doing. That year we had 2,500 or 2,500 luminaries, and at that time then we used the extra bags to make the words hope, love, and cure. And we had over 1,100 names. Hate to see that going up, but it does. Luminaries were decorated that year by area children, and they would light the way of hope. Many of my students at Cardinal Elementary for many years helped me decorate bags. The one has a picture of it, but and Lori Skrisef, my associate at the time, helped me do that also. 23 through 2005, Relay had gone to a 12-hour event compared to 24 instead of 6 at night. So we went from 6 at night till 6 in the morning. We had many schools participate those years. Bellevue, Preston, Macokota, Verna Flegel, and Karen Wells took over the roles of co-chairs that year. Bellevue Marquette, for many years, were our group that would participate and do our luminary ceremony. They came up with ideas, came up with their skit, came up with lots of different things that they could do for that. Unfortunately, sports have gotten in the way. 2000 to 2008, we had lots of luminaries again. Before that, every year we would take and we would get from Chuck Fye a trailer load of sand. And you had to dump the sand into the bottom of each bag. And then you put your candle in it. Well, in 2017, or 2006, 2007, we took the things and made wooden blocks. So when I got new bags this year from Relay, they send them to me. I was like, oh, they're shorter, or they will short or narrower, but they do. They are all the same size, so we can put them in there. And anybody that knows Doc Rossmann, beside him and Terry Kiefer did a lot of the cutting of those and then drilling out a hole to set the cup in. Well, the first year we used them, we didn't wrap them with anything, and we didn't use those in cups. We just put the candle in the block. 5:30 and 6:30 in the morning, he's making us scrap the wax off of those blocks. So they'll fit back in the box and they'll be clean for next year. Next year, we added in plastic cups. So the candle sits in the cup down into the block of wood, and it holds the bags up. Many other relays will use canned goods and put their candle on top. They'll use glow sticks. They'll use lots of different things to hold their bags up. 2008, we ended up both years moving inside due to rain. We were outside, we were set up. 2007, and we were out, got the luminary ceremony done, and then it started to rain. Everybody ran out, grabbed the bags, brought them in, and we all sat in a big circle and took the blocks out and the candles out to do that. So you can lay any of these out whenever you wish. To do that. We also had a pie eating contest, and then we always pick a theme, so we had games, and one of the games later in the night was to take graham crackers and build a house for it. 2009, we had the theme was, where in the world is a cure for cancer? Because this is worldwide, you're not going to get it, just in the United States, just in Iowa. to do that. 2010, Cancer's Not a Game. We had many, you'll see the pictures, many campsites set up. What was really is nice that around the camp, the track, you can see campers, that type of stuff. People would really come and set up and decorate. So we had Monopoly, we had Candyland, and then we ended up finishing up inside on 2010. 2011 was Rocking Against Cancer. That year we had haircuts that were given by 3 ladies that were there. Everybody knows my brother Steve. He had really long hair, and there might be a picture of it. He volunteered to come and get his hair cut that year, which we were shocked. He didn't cut his hair very often. He continued with the theme of red, white, and blue, U for a cause. That year we had to move relay time frame, so we were closer to the 4th of July, so we decided that would be a good one. And we did paint the county purple with purple ribbons the week of relay. So many times people that have seen ribbons around town. Zumba came and they kept us up during the night. The high school kids really loved that. They would pay the $10 to Zumba to do it. 2013 was Somewhere Over the Rainbow is a Cure. We had a little bit of rain, not much, but when it got done, there was a beautiful double rainbow out afterwards. And to me, that meant my mom was there with me, because she's always been my rainbow. We also sold garden stakes, and I do have a few of those around. The Girardi Welding cut out for us out of metal, and then my son-in-law Brian painted them different colors so people could have it. One of my things with relay is you hear Race for a Cure, you hear others, there's a Norma Leah Foundation for ovarian cancer. Relay for Life is for all cancers. It is not just breast cancer, it's not just lung, whatever. It's all the cancers available. Each cancer does have a different color, and we've done that in the past. One of our years was something about cancer and colors. So I'm really disappointed I couldn't find my scrapbooks to find everything. This is the year 2015. We did a Dr. Seuss cancer theme. Cancer here, cancer there, cancer nowhere, anywhere, that type of stuff. And we had a lot of different things going. So that is my dad and my daughter with me in 2015. They had both joined the committee also. 2017, we added in that instead of just luminary bags, we had the wooden butterflies. And you can see they're on a fence in this one that we put outside to do that. Verna Flagel and I had gone to Minnesota to a global Relay for Life convention, and at that time they had every county decorate a wooden butterfly, and they put them on a tree in the middle of Mall of America and to do that. So when we came home, you notice I went straight to my dad and said, I need butterflies because we are going to do this. So he cut out many butterflies and many different styles and designs, and they're still being used. In 2020, COVID hit. American Cancer Society says you will have no in-person events. Well, I'm stubborn, and I said, we're having a relay. The committee got together and we did Greatest Cure on Earth for our event, and we did a drive-through. So underneath the bleachers, we set up tables and put all the luminary bags on them. And then people could drive through, and we purchased meals from Mama's Parlor in Parkview. And at the end of as they drove through, they looked at those, saw our animals that we had for our circus area. They could go through and they'd get a meal at the end. Some people took them home, some people drove over and parked in the parking lot and went ahead and ate them in their cars, whatever. But I still remember my dad was sitting there as the MC of the circus is what he wanted to call himself, and we had fake popcorn things, and he was holding one of those. Dennis Voy drives through and says, "You'll never get any better popcorn than going to the theater." About that. So last year when Sarah was selling ornaments at the movie theater that had popcorn in them, I said, I have to have one of those. They were in honor of Dennis. Oops. The wrong way. 2001 through 2013, we've had Hope Has No Cure. That year we knew ahead of time it was going to rain. Thursday nights are always like, okay, is it going to rain? Is it not going to rain? Is it going to rain? Not going to rain. And many times we talked about where else can we hold relay besides at the fairgrounds. There's no place that has a spot that I can move everything inside, still be comfortable, and do things. So that year Hope Has No Curfew, which Eileen has on. Irene, right? Irene has that shirt on from 2000 there. And so we set our butterfly garden up inside. The last few years, the butterfly garden has been set up by one of the Breitbach boys for me. He knows what he's doing, and he comes and does it, Kenny. Last year Dan had to do it because Kenny was sick. Then we did Pack the Track in 22. In 20, it was probably 21. Year 21, we had to have there again we're saying no relays, no in-person events were being sponsored. So the Fair Board said, we'll sponsor the event. It's not being sponsored, the money was being donated to the American Cancer Society, but it was not an event held by them. So that we could still have our event and do the things that we wanted to do. And then last year we did Game On. You know, so a lot of the theme was game things, playing different games, doing things. Each year there are nationwide t-shirts that the American Cancer Society puts out. You earn $100, that's the Hope t-shirt you can get. But each year Gator Graphics in Preston makes a t-shirt for us. I give her what my theme is and she designs it. One of the events we did 2 years ago, but about 4 years before that, we did a first lap event. There's a first lap event on January 1st, nationwide, countrywide, and we did one at Preston at Westside Park one year. Everybody came and walked and could get sign up for relay things. A couple years ago, I made Dad do it, and when we went to the Cairo down in Davenport, said, let me take your picture quick. You're walking with your relay hat. He wore that hat many times on vacations and trips when he traveled, or a t-shirt, and people would stop and say, oh, what do you do for relay? Tell me more about it. Or they had been in it and knew what was going on. One of our fundraisers, 2 years in a row, we did Elvis at the Timber Center. It's a guy out of Morrison, Illinois area to do it. Well, last year in 2003, my granddaughter dances for Tempo Dance, and they were doing an Elvis dance. One of their productions was Elvis. So they came before the meal, did their Elvis song, and danced, and then posed with Elvis afterwards. It was just another way to get some people there. 2024, we're underway. We have 1 week, 1.5 weeks yet to get this organized. To do that, we'll get it done. It might just not have every little step, but we will have it done. So the arch that you see in the picture here was donated several years ago by Cleet Girardi, and it's got lighting and everything in it, so it has purple lights we can do. To do that, it was donated in honor of his son. So he stores it for us each year, that we can go on and then just go out and get it. Our Coronado Car Club is helping us this year with our Cruising for Cure. So at 6 o'clock when relay starts, the first lap starts, the cars hopefully will cruise through. We can see that. Before that, we will have started our silent auction items to look at this. This year, due to the heat last year, really had, and some of it I'm sure is from still getting over the COVID. It's really been hard for people to come back in live things. And so we haven't done a live auction in a long time, but we do an online and a silent auction to do that. So hopefully this year, we've made the decision already that we're going to be inside. So we have air conditioning. So if it's too hot for survivors to come, or others that just can't be out in the hot air, they can come and it'll be air conditioned. There'll be places for them to sit, look around. A couple fundraisers we have going on is our t-shirts again. This year we made Relay for Life garden flags through Wood Barn Designs. So we are selling those for $12, and we did an event in Spragueville that was very successful. Did a potato bar, and then we had the band Simple Company come and sing, and they've been playing a lot more around the area too, but they were very good. The other picture is my display at Osterhaus Pharmacy. So if anyone needs supplies for Relay, you need luminary bags you'd like to purchase, you'd like to, this is the quilt we'll be raffling off this year. And it was donated by Catherine Toops and her son that has JT Fire Starters. She made the comment on Facebook one day, I have all this material, I don't know what I want to make for a quilt. I said, well, I got an idea, and she took it, she bit with it, and did a beautiful job. Her and her parents do a lot of quilting things. Other fundraisers over the year, Kathy knows this one real well, Daffodil Days. She's helped with those many times. There's another lady, then Dad and I ended up taking them over. So every February, we start taking daffodil orders and deliver those. Those come in either little dainty daffodils, they're sitting in a box in my garage, and they come out in bloom, and then you can take those, if you're a flower person, you can take those bulbs and plant them outside again. And then the others are just bundles that you put in water and they open up. So we have those every February. We'll start taking orders, they get delivered in March. So the daffodil is a symbol of hope. Other ones we've done the last several years at Osterhaus. In October we do a Bras for the Cause. And a couple of the girls have their bras this year hanging in their offices, and a gentleman came in and said yesterday, who does that fit? I don't know if it fit anybody, but it's pretty well decorated. And they come in, and the community and other people that work at Osterhaus or other places bring bras in, and then throughout the month we vote on them. You know, if I could get some people to do it, guys especially. Other places with Bras for a Cause have fashion shows with them, but we've never done that to look at it. One year we set up at Onward when they were having vendor shows, so we could set up and promote our sponsors. A lot of the money we raise is also from our sponsorships, and sponsors can be anywhere from $100, and we have up to $1,500 sponsors that do things. One year we had a vendor show at Timber Lanes, and at the time it was close to May Day. So my kids, Dad had made the magnets that were ribbons, and then they made up May Day baskets. And another friend of mine had made some paper, different things for May Day. We've done a bowling tournament several times. This year we did not, but that's been kind of our kickoff, another way to raise money and just get word of events out there. We've done vendor shows in DeWitt, we've done them in Macokota, we've held our own. We did farmer's market a couple weeks ago. We got farmer's market coming up in a couple weeks. Again, anybody have a food suggestion, let me know. We haven't picked that yet. So lots of different things go in. It is not an event that is only held one day in June. It's an event that goes all year round. We work at it. Thank you for anybody's support of Relay and for letting me come today and share the information, and thankful for Kathy and Lori and Judy for starting this event many years ago. Anybody have any questions I could answer? Any comments?
When is it?
Oh, good thing, thank you. This year it is June 28th, so a week from Friday. It will be from, I have a couple posters here, I have to grab the other things in a hurry. But it's from 5 to 10, Pearson Hall, on Friday, June 28th. If you are interested in making luminary bags, you can pick them up at Osterhaus and decorate your own, or you can bring me a list of names that you'd like a bag made in honor of somebody, and our committee will do it for you and get them out there. We also have quilt raffle tickets and the flags also available at Osterhaus to do that. Or if you call me, I will bring them to you. I'll give you my number. It's on the radio a bunch, but she didn't put it on here to do that. If you are, how many in this room right now are cancer survivors? Okay, great. If you either give me your information or you go to the website, Jackson County Relay for Life, the website, you can register on there and you will receive a free t-shirt, a purple one that says "One Step at a Time," as a survivor. Used to be we gave out, they would order the shirts and we'd hand them out at a survivor's meal, but to cut costs and some other things, they've gone to, you have to register online to get that t-shirt. So if you would like to register, I need a name, an address, an email, and a t-shirt size. And I can go on and do those, or you can go to the website and do it yourself also to do that.
I'd just like to comment, thank you for all you do.
I have a committee behind me, mostly right now it's my daughter, but I have several others that come, do things. Karen Wells is still involved, unfortunately, we had Verna until last year, or until this year. She was there last year. I have Rita Hatfield, so the Pape family, the Moorheads. So we have 10 or 12 other people that do get involved and help to do that.
I remember your dad, how much he did too.
Yes, he did.
He might not have been on the committee, but he was.
Oh, he was on the
working
committee towards the end.
all the time.
Sometime, I have to find it because I don't think it's in the scrapbooks. I think it's somewhere else. When we were still going 12 hours, we found pictures of him, we found him sleeping on the table in the back. So,
How many hours is it now and what time does it start?
from 5 to 10 this year. To do it. Some of the activities, unfortunately, I just found out today that last year we had a teddy bear mobile, like a Build-A-Bear, come to the event. They have a work schedule conflict and can't come this year, but I'm working to see when I can get them to maybe still come to Jackson County to do something. Because that was a lot of fun. I do have a balloon twister coming that is from Clinton, and she was at the Jackson County Fair last year, so she'll make balloon animals and other stuff like that. And we'll have several games going on. So our goal is to get people there. We have our silent auction, so people donate items to that, or businesses, whatever. So we'll set that up, and then we'll put some items online. One of the things we will be doing, and there might be a picture of it on one of these posters, is Verna Flagel's family donated back the quilt that we had Leslie Hayes make for her on her 10-year anniversary, or 20-year maybe, 20 years. So I do have that, and it's going to be out on the auction online for people.
And also, I've got a donation for the silent auction.
Awesome.
A baby blanket.
Baby blanket. Nice. Just got in some really cute baby books at work. I might have to have one of those to go with it. Thank you to do that. And it's all free to attend. You don't even have to buy a luminary bag. You don't have to buy anything at all. We will have the food trucks and a bake sale. So right now I have Chucky's confirmed. That you would have to buy. But they will be there starting at 5 o'clock, so you can come, have supper, and then walk around, look at the bags, do those types of things. Trying to still get a hold of Smiley's into it. They were supposed to come last year, but they couldn't because they didn't get their truck certified. So hopefully they are coming to do that. And then the committee, or anybody that wants to donate anything to a bake sale, will have that also. So there'll be food to eat and drinks to have. Unfortunately, we can't have Happy Joe's back again because they closed. But they came for several years also. It helps serve food, so. And that was it. I appreciate your time and for Bonnie letting me do the history. Because it has got some good history. It's amazing. You're welcome. Yep.
So after we're done, you make your way around the thing. So are you doing potato bar?
We did that the day we got rained out. Oh, we are doing potato bar for,
Tell them.
yes,
Tell
at the
for
Civil
us.
War, the Civil Muster event that you guys are doing. Relay's going to do a potato bar at that. I just need more details before then.
Okay.
What I need to do, so now I closed your machine
So
and
that's
you
all
can
right.
get back in it.
I've taken my watch off.
Thanks, Frank.
You're welcome, thank you.
Thank you so much. All right. So, this is always a miracle, as you know, if I can get this to work.
You will. There you go.
Aha, look at that. She brings good luck. That must be it. Oops, but we're not in the right place. Well. That's not even the right one, so how about that? Gee, here I was feeling really happy. I don't know what's going on. Okay.
That's not
That's
Jackson
not-
County.
That is not what we're talking about today.
That's behind the kilns.
Oh, yeah.
I think we eliminated. Okay, maybe this is it. Well, maybe we'll talk. I've always known that once I get this set up, and it was working,
Don't touch it, Marie blew it on her.
that's all right.
See that, are you trying to get it so it goes to the projector?
Yeah.
Okay, close that. And then you can do your slideshow. Nope. You told me I had to go down and do the